1861, did I get that right?
So yeah, the original house, the Taylor family house, was built in 1861. That's this room we're in right now.
Yeah.
And the adjoining room behind us. These brick walls are original. They're 3 feet thick. As they expanded their family, they expanded the house into, and it took them about another 50 years to get it to the current state it's in.
I want to talk about Appalachian food. Does Appalachian have its own signature flavors, taste? How do you describe that?
For me, Appalachian food and cuisine at its most basic is a kind of a subgenre of Southern food as a whole. So you see a lot of familiar things, you know, a lot of corn, a lot of beans, a lot of squash, all those staples. Here you see things heavily preserved, pickled, dried, cured meats, you know, a lot of hams. That's a big thing here. So you take this really short growing period and you have to put all this stuff up and cellar it and save it for the winter.
How about seasoning, spices? Where are we in that neighborhood?
So there are, you know, a lot of fresh herbs, a lot of forage things around here. You can go walk around in the spring and pick onions out of the ground anywhere. You can get ramps in the spring, you can get mushrooms, you know. So there are a lot of those added in for flavoring and for sustenance as well. If you are using good ingredients, I feel like that's all you need. You don't want to cover up those flavors of high quality ingredients.
When viewers come to Over Yonder, before they get here, what can they expect to see on the menu? What inspires you to put it down on a piece of paper and serve it?
It's trout, you know, North Carolina source rainbow trout. It is fried chicken. It is meatloaf.
Oh my God.
We do a shrimp and grits here that people like a lot. We do a tomato cobbler, which is kind of our version of a tomato pie. And we just kind of flip it upside down and serve it as a cobbler with the crust on the top.
Oh my gosh.
So those are things that will always be here. And then we have features that we change every few weeks depending on availability.
Got it.
So there's always really hyper seasonal items on the menu as well.
My mouth is actually watering. I can actually feel. What are we gonna make today?
Today we're gonna make trout. I mean, people come to the mountains, they want trout. They don't come to the mountains to eat snapper and mahi-mahi. So we're gonna do trout. If you have never cooked it before, you might be a little nervous to cook it.
That would be me.
It's super easy, yeah.
Sounds like a good plan. Let's go.
So in the market, you might see it like this. You might see whole fish when you have the head still attached. You're looking for a nice, almost like fresh melon or cucumber aroma, like smell when you smell the fish. Clear eyes.
Yeah.
That means fresh. If the eyes are cloudy and if it smells like fish, it's still okay, but it's on its, it's on its way. So we're gonna start with a little butter and a little oil in the pan. I like to use both because the oil brings up the smoke temperature, keeps the butter from burning as quickly. The butter gives it a nice flavor. So first thing we're gonna do is season this with salt and pepper. And now we're gonna dredge it in this cornmeal. We're gonna just go ahead and hit both sides of it. Now we're going in the pan, and when you drop fish in the pan, you wanna be careful because that's hot oil. So I do the heavy ends first, give it a shake like this so it's not sticking, and then just carefully drop it in there.
Wow, and that's skin side up.
You always wanna put your presentation side down first, and we're gonna present this up. This skillet is on high right now. For us, that's fine. If you're not comfortable with that, turn it down.
How many ounces here we're working with?
This is about 8-ounce portion. We're gonna do basically a couple minutes on one side, a couple minutes on the other side.
And that's it.
Okay, so now we've got these edges starting to curl down a little bit. See how it's turning kind of white right there?
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and flip it.
Wow, simple. Just almost effortless. I think you've done this a couple times.
Once or twice. What we do is we go ahead and cut these pieces apart right here.
And now's the time to do it.
Yep, now's the time, after you flip.
After the flip.
While this is finishing, I'll go ahead and put our slaw together.
Perfect.
We use Napa cabbage, which is a little finer than like your regular green cabbage. Salt and pepper, shaved red onions, and we use a smoked almond. Sherry vinegar, olive or canola oil. We use canola. I don't like the strong flavor of olive oil. And a tiny bit of sugar, not much.
And that's it. Can you smoke almonds at your house?
Set them on the grill. I usually do a little oil on them, kind of helps the smoke stick to it. Cover it up, 5 minutes. Like it really doesn't take long.
This is a very easy thing to make.
Very easy, yeah.
And that little step alone, you get the bragging rights at dinner to say, oh, let's serve a smoked almonds. We're like, what? You made smoked almonds? I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just adding a little extra step.
So again, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes per side.
Yeah, it's totally done.
It's really.
And you can feel that it's very firm. It's just a slightly springy here.
Oh wow.
And
on a
see how it,
stand, right?
yeah, see how it springs back when you touch it?
Chef, this looks amazing. I wish they could smell how it smells fresh and not fishy.
Yeah, and then what we serve with this is a smoked onion tartar sauce, but it's smoked onions, lemon juice, capers, pickled brine. We make all our pickles here. We save the brine and put that in there. And Duke's mayo, of course. We serve it with stone ground grits.
Can we try it?
Absolutely.
All right, well, come on, get in here.
Yeah, go for it.
Slaw. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That, my friend, is mountain food.
You taste the fish. That's what you're supposed to taste.
That's what you're supposed to. Chef, thank you for this.